When I look at your portfolio, you have exposure to retail, a lot of consumer companies like Chipotle or Burger King's parent company, Restaurant Brands, Starbucks, and even some hotel exposure and real estate. And I got to say, you're doing quite well this year. But when you just think broadly, you were kind of outlining the recovery. What do the big cities look like? Maybe even from a real estate perspective, what's kind of your thought there?
So I think real estate's a really broad category, and it's almost a building by building analysis. But I think in the big cities, so one, I don't think it's the end of office space. I think people are still going to work in offices. In fact, I think office density is going to go down. You know, we've been in a period over the last decade where more and more people are being packed into offices. You know, the number of people per square foot approaching 7 or something like that. And I think you're going to see less density in offices. You're going to see, you know, some percentage of the workforce. I think it's more like 5 or 10 for most companies working, you know, from home, or at least several days from home. But I think office survives, and you know, I do think there'll be certain office space will be outmoded. You know, sort of the cramped, low ceiling, old-fashioned office space. You know, probably needs to be torn down and rebuilt. You know, the high ceiling, more modern layouts, outdoor space will be a real premium asset, I think. You know, for offices. You know, street retail. You know, street retail rents in New York got to really exorbitant prices and priced out all but the national, you know, global chains. And that led to some, you know, I would say you lose something in neighborhoods. I think the good news, actually, it's probably the best time in history in New York City to open a restaurant. I know that sounds like a funny statement, but rents are going to be lower than ever. There's going to be less competition than ever. And, you know, it's going to be a challenging period through the winter, but I think hopefully by next spring, you know, people will be, I don't know about you, but I am dying to eat out and enjoy all the great things that a city has to offer.